Well, let's see.
Is that too bright, guys?
That might be.
Looks good.
Blue might be correct then. Let's do blue, or
We have another one too.
Which one do you like?
Oh, and we have little ones here.
I know. Well, you can't see those now. I'm gonna literally wear one every day for the entire day. I like the blue one.
I like the blue.
I think the blue goes good with the peach that you have.
It
On.
does.
Sorry, back for 1 second.
Okay, that's done. We're on to
Perfect.
blue.
Awesome.
Actually, I can't put my glasses on because I can't read the thing. Oh, I need them for that. Oh, I need my reading glasses. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say firstly, I've had the really two very late nights, so excuse me.
Oh, right on.
If I get into
No
work
worries.
salad.
I barely have I understand it. I just traveled all the way from the United States.
When
I'm
did
here with
arrive?
you. Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, wow. Okay. So
We're on the
you're-
same
you're-
page.
Yeah, yeah.
No
cool,
worries.
Cool. Okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And, you know, obviously you arrived yesterday
Mhm,
and first time in Australia?
Second time. I've been to Melbourne before, and this is my first time in Brisbane, and then first time will be in Sydney soon. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sydney, you've heard a lot about Sydney.
I've heard great things. I'm a beach person. I love being in the water.
Yeah.
So I've heard that Australia has the best beaches, and apparently, what is it? You could go to every beach in Australia, and if you went every single day to a new beach in Australia, it would take 22 years or something.
Yes.
Absurd. Right. So this is like pretty much my kind of planet that I want to be on. If there was a planet, I would want to be on Australia, planet Australia. Could go to a new beach every day for 22 years or something.
Oh,
It's great.
well, we're the beach states. We're the, beach country.
Yeah.
We are. And I think you'd fit in well.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
All the girls would just absolutely adore to have you around beaches.
And I love Vegemite. It's my favorite now.
Really?
I'm obsessed with Vegemite. I had it breakfast, lunch, and dinner so far,
Yeah.
both days. So on the plane, the second I got on the plane, I was like, "Can I have some Vegemite?" And the guy was like, "Are you American?" I was like, so I could eat Vegemite all day, every day, heaps of it, and yeah, I love it. And footy, I can watch footy.
Yeah.
It's great.
AFL or rugby? Or...
Rugby, I like the rugby footy. Isn't it's all called footy, right? No.
Well,
There's a bit of a
Which one?
difference.
there is difference.
Which one is the one that's on Friday? It's Friday Night Footy. Which one is it? Monday Night Footy.
Rugby league.
Tuesday Night Footy.
Rugby league.
Yeah.
So there's leagues, unions, and then there's AFL.
I think it's the one that I watch, and I'm like, I could never do that because I would literally be crushed. They would just destroy me. So I like watching that stuff where I'm like, I could never do that. Yeah.
Well, your footy in America is really.
It's not. I'm not a big footy fan of American footy. I'm not.
Oh.
I'm just not. I've never really been. I like Australian footy, I guess, because it looks. I mean, it is. It's like more of a real sport to me. No offense, America. I'm not a big NFL fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. Well, I'm going to ask you some questions
Mhm.
that we've prepped up for today.
Mhm.
And from 2002 to now, what has been your favourite character to play?
I guess I would go with. I think Tobias was my favorite character. I mean, it was the most. It was a character that had the most layers. So many layers to the character. I mean, from the start of the series of Pretty Little Liars to the end of the series, I got to play this character that really evolved with me. Rather, I evolved with him, and it was written in a way that, as an actor, you pray that you have a role like this. You know, that you can experience a well-rounded storyline like that.
Okay, fantastic. You've got such an impressive IMDb page.
Oh, thank you.
And a list of many credits. You know, what do you love most about your job?
Oh man, I love being an actor. I love being a photographer because I get to meet people, and there is a huge part of me that I'm always interested in people, and I'm always trying to find nuances and I guess I think it's just that I'm interested in people. That's all it is, and I just love that about my job. That there is that interest in me, that and with writing as well as fine writing, because writing is essentially interest in life, of some sort.
Yeah.
And I think that's my favorite part of the job, is getting to put on the shoes of different characters and walk around in other people's lives.
Has there been a strong mentor in your life?
Oh, many.
Been guiding you?
Tons. I've been really lucky to have great mentors in my life that support not only my love and aspirations in the craft of acting, photography, music, but also in business and my personal life of just being a better person. I've had really great mentors in my life that I really cherish, and most of them have passed away, but I've been very, very lucky to have that kind of support system that I think about it daily.
Okay. Obviously, do you read a lot?
I do.
Yeah. What are your sort of top books that you would have on your table all the time?
I really got into Eckhart Tolle recently, Power of Now, New Earth. I really like self-help books because they're so easy to read and they make me feel great. I like reading books that make me feel great. Empire of the Summer Moon is a great book because it's an unbiased look at the Comanche Indians versus the settlers, and an amazing story of Quanah Parker, which will trip you out if you ever want to read a real story. Another great book, which might not be for everybody, is The Origin of Consciousness and the Breakdown of the Bicameral Mind, which is an explanation of bicameralism. Really interesting book. And then you can get into like Stephen King, which most people are watching the new It movie, which is it's called It, and it's about Pennywise the Clown, right? But if people can sit through that, that's just like 1,000 pages. It's a really, really big book. Most people are just like, I'll see the movie. But if you have a chance, that's a great book to read, because even though there's a lot of controversy that Stephen King constantly talks about, but it is a really intense book on existentialism if you really read into the metaphors within it. But I enjoy those books. I still love John Green. What is it called? Fault in Our Stars. I'm a YA reader as well. I love that. I mean, reading is really important, and so is playing video games. I like both sides of the spectrum. I mean, I've been able to sit down and read 10 hours, but then sit down and play 10 hours of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So that's where I usually find my free time.
That's interesting. Obviously you're, future pathway, obviously, have you got any sort of, big plans? Because you're obviously, you've got a charity for the Sunshine Kids as well.
Oh, yeah. I just recently started helping out there, and they're so sweet. And in fact, Diamond, this little girl named Diamond, she gave me this. We traded pop sockets recently. She's very adorable.
Oh,
but
nice.
I love meeting those kids, and I had such a fun time with them. And I have another charity called Race to Erase MS, which is with Nancy Davis, and that's furthering MS research, keeping people mobile that have MS, getting them the best care, not just loading people up with steroids, but actually finding ways around and using MS research to ultimately find a cure, and bringing all the best doctors together in a way that's never been really done before. That also Oceana, incredible, because the world's oceans. I'm huge, like I said earlier, I love the ocean, so any way to protect the animals in the ocean, limiting bycatch, keeping our oceans clean and safe is very important to me.
It's a big issue right now.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. And I was an ambassador for Wild Aid last year, which is, I went and spoke at Los Angeles International Airport, which is the second biggest port for import of illegal animal products, ivory, many different things. And I work closely with them in eliminating toys and trinkets, because when people stop buying this stuff, then the animals ultimately stop being killed. So yeah, I realize I just go on these tangents. I have a lot of things I'm very passionate about and protecting,
That's great. So, you know, obviously being in the spotlight as an actor and, you know, for what you've been doing, this is, leading you into, being a little bit more powerful to be able to sort of, you know, represent these causes.
Yeah, I think it's really important that people that have any sort of podium, I guess, and I'm not saying that I have a podium, but any sort of following, and people are looking at you, like, people really care, you know, and I really, it's a sad time in my viewpoint that we look up to, and there's nothing wrong with rapping and rappers and people that are like showing off their wealth and showing off, that's fine, but if we made teachers and scholars and people that care about history and care about the world of that stature, of where people are looking at, you know, rappers and wealth and gold and bling and all that, if we made that the place where we aspire to be, the world would be a completely different place. If we switched teachers' salaries with rapper salaries, and we're like, wow, that guy's so cool because he actually knows everything, and that would be so much cooler. But hopefully that'll be a world we live in soon, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Well, I'm just thrilled that, you know, that I'm obviously having this conversation with you today.
Thank you.
You know, and thank you for your time. And,
Thank you.
And I'm really looking forward to exploring a lot more of what you're doing in the future.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm working on my second book, Hollywood. It comes out in April. My first book, Life, Love, Beauty, was like incredible, and the fan support was amazing. And so I've been shooting that over the past 3 years, Hollywood, and it comes out soon.
Hollywood.
It's called Hollywood, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, portraits and photography, and my second Instagram account is called This Forever Land, and that's going to be sort of where I'm spending most of my time with photography now.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you.
Thank you so
very
much, Caroline.
much.
I appreciate it.
Lovely things.
Of course.
I'll take a photo of you guys a bit better lighting probably.
Sweet. No, thank you.